Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, and hey, what's up? If you are new here, I'm Katie, and today you are going to get ready with me. I'm going to show you how I do my makeup, featuring a few of my favorite products. I'll show you how I do my hair on a regular basis, and then I'm going to show you an outfit that I would typically wear to work. All right, it was definitely time to break out a new sponge. Look how dingy this one was getting. I try to do this, I think, like every month. It was time for a refresh. Before I actually start doing my makeup, I just wanted to feature or just highlight a few products. Because throughout this, I think I'll mention some of the products. I'm for sure going to link everything down below, all the products I'm using. But I wanted to make sure I talked about these four. Hang on. There we go. All right, first off, I've tried so many different foundations in my life. I probably will continue to do that. That's something I like to experiment with. But one I've just been stuck on for the past probably 2 years is this Superstay. The Superstay skin tint. I had to experiment quite a few times with what my color, my shade is. I'm using 112 right now. With looking at it, I always thought it was like super light, but it ends up matching fairly well, and then I'm able to like contour and conceal and highlight to make it kind of match what I want it to. I just love everything about it. Like the applicator, I love the color, I love the finish, and I like that I can build it up because I do like more of a full coverage look. And next, this Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour by e.l.f. has been something I've really loved. I do the fair light combo, and again with this, it's something I was kind of like the foundation, like oh, I'll give this a try, and I've been hooked on it, and I was really surprised by it because I've tried a number of different like bronzers like this, or like little sticks, and this has been a game changer for me. I've really loved it. Something else I've shared in the past is this eyelash primer. So this is by L'Oreal Paris, the voluminous primer for my lashes. You use it to prime your eyelashes. I gave it a go because I wanted my lashes to be looking a little more full. This has helped me with that. Again, a product that I kind of just tried on a whim, like, what will this do for me? It's done great things for me. So I continue to use that one. And if you're looking for eyeshadows, I just wanted to shout out Morphe. I will link ones that I can, but like this little compact right here, this is the, I think Morphe 2. It's called Malibu, and it says Ready in 5 eyeshadow palette. It has 5 colors. And it just helps you narrow down, because I've used like these big palettes of eyeshadows for a while. They're great, but I end up gravitating toward, like 3 or 4 colors. So in this palette, it has you set up with like a nice base shade, a crease color, and then some accent colors that you can kind of play around with. So if you're looking for eyeshadow palettes, I've loved Morphe. They blend well, and I think they wear really well too. So this is just one that I've reached for, especially during the summertime. And then I like to bring it into the fall because it has some really pretty colors. And then when it gets to be winter, there's another palette, and of course, it's also by Morphe, but we'll talk about that more in an upcoming video. All right, when I'm getting ready, you can almost always catch me in like a lounge set. What I like about this applicator is I feel like you can end up getting a lot more product out of the bottle, because I feel like you can kind of swipe the little dauber thing around. Anyways, all right, so I like to have some in every area. I'm using my fresh sponge. It was due. This is great. I always like to use this flat side for foundation, skin tint, whatever I'm using. I like this skin tint because I feel like it's very buildable. So I'm able to just add a few dots more and get the coverage I like. So how's it going, you guys? We are back to school. I've talked about it before, and if you didn't know, I am a teacher. I teach special education in Minnesota, and we are back to school. So I'm really diving back into my routines, being back on a schedule. You can probably hear my morning voice because that's been an adjustment in itself, waking up earlier. Once I get into the routine, I'll be fine. But yeah, waking up at 5 compared to like 6:30 is a bit different. I am someone who I like to wear makeup, and I like to do my makeup pretty much every day. When it comes to work, going to church, if I'm going out with a friend or family, you will pretty much always catch me getting ready. All right, next up for concealer, e.l.f. has been a favorite. I've talked about this before. It's their camo concealer, and it's hydrating. For me, this works well. I feel like I have like combination skin. As far as placement goes with this, I'm always going back and forth with where I want it, but I've come down to it. Like, I'm trying to help out my under eyes here. So I just put a little dot, and I'm using one of the edges of my sponge. I just designate it for my concealer. I spread it out a little bit, but I'm not going to completely blend out the concealer. I'm going to kind of let it rest like that. I'm going to do my eyebrows, and then we'll finish up with blending that out. If you've been watching, you know my eyebrow product because I always talk about it. But it's by e.l.f., the Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I get the color taupe, and it's just been my go-to for a long time. And like, this is a product I just haven't dabbled in trying other brow products because I don't feel like this one can be beat right now. It's a color I like. I feel like it's easy to apply. Plus, it's affordable. I think it's like $3. We're gonna call that good. I'm doing the other brow to match it the best I can. I'll go back and forth to make sure they look somewhat symmetrical. Does anyone else have a favorite eyebrow? I think I like this one more just because when I'm doing it, the angle. I don't know. Try not to take too long with my brows, but some days you just gotta keep on working with them. Okay, that's gonna do for now. And at the end, I almost always touch them up. Grabbing my sponge again, getting back to the concealer. I'm gonna completely blend it out now, and I like to put it on my eyelid to create like a brightened effect because there can be some darkness and discoloration up on the eyelid. So I like to kind of make it match, even though, later I'm gonna add some eyeshadow. But this just helps create a little bit of a base around my eye, which is an area that I want it to be bright. Okay, next we're doing my bronzer and contour. I've come to really like this process. I've not always liked bronzing, contouring because as far as like placement goes, I've questioned like, where do I even put this? And I've hesitated with like contouring certain parts of my face. And I'm still experimenting with it and figuring it out, but this is where I'm landed on. I'm using the opposite side of what I use for concealer. So concealer, and then now the side I use for bronzer, contour, and blush. I like this step because this product is a contour and bronzer in one, so I'm not doing any kind of separate contouring. It's just all taken care of. I like to do like a pretty quick routine, so I'm not like super precise when I do this, so really just sticking to the parameters. And then this part, I have not like contoured really my nose in the past, and then just doing a little bit of the jawline here. My blush I've stuck with is Milani. Summertime I do Coral Crush, and then colder months I like to do Nude Kiss. I've been using Coral Crush. It's September. I'm gonna do some Nude Kiss. We can still go back to Coral Crush, but let's break out this color. So this is just more of like it's a darker tone, not as poppy, but it just adds a nice little flush to the cheeks, and I like that it is a little bit darker. I think mends well with the contour and bronzing shade I have going on. That's all I'm gonna add. Not gonna put away Coral Crush just yet. Next in my routine, I want to move into my eyes. So I am gonna take some setting powder for the face, and honestly though, the only place I put it is like on my under eye. I use Beauty Blender's little sponge, and I'm just trying to do a small amount. I just like to set the under eye area, and I'm not setting really anywhere else on my face. I do like the under eye, and then just kind of here where I get a little bit oily. Eyeshadow. I like to take that light, that base shade for exactly that, the base. I'm swiping that on the lid. And then this is like a angled crease brush. I go in with this shade. So this is like a matte shade. It's pretty warm. I'm being extra precise while filming. I know this. This usually does not take me very long, but I just kind of get some in the crease. I'll take one more brush. This is an accent brush. It has a smaller flat head. I'm taking this darker matte shade and I'm just putting that on the outer corner and blending it in just a bit. I like to take a little bit of the same shade and just pull it on the outer part of my lower lash line. It just adds a little extra accent, just completes the look a little bit more. With my finger, I'm taking this shimmer shade up at the top and I'm putting it in the center, kind of like pouncing it to make it blend with that outer shade. Just a little bit, not too much. I've dabbled with having way too much shimmer. I just like a little bit. Last step, I'm just blending with that crease brush just to make it a little more cohesive. Done with the eyeshadow. Next, I need my eyeliner. I've been on this e.l.f. brown liner for a bit. I struggle sometimes with the thickness. Like, I can get it how I like it on this side, but then when I switch over, I can never match it just right, but I'm gonna give it a go. All right, I feel like that was not as hard as it usually is. Yay! Almost done, but I'm gonna take my eyelash primer. I need to make sure I let it set. I've done this a few times now where I put the primer on, I'm like, oh no, I'm running late, and then I put my mascara on right away, and then it just doesn't get the effect that I want it to. So with the primer, I like to make sure I'm coating the eyelashes and then making sure they're like fanned out and like in the place I want them to be. And that's why I love this. It helps do exactly that, just like prep your eyelashes, because I want them to look a little more full and fanned out. Great, so now's the time I usually just like sit. I don't know how long it even takes. I usually wait a couple minutes though. All right, now we are going in Lash Paradise, L'Oreal. My go-to color is Latte Brown. I've loved how brown mascaras and eyeliners look. All right, there we go. So just trying to fan everything out. And I'm just doing a gentle little swipe on the outer part of my lower lash line. I like to keep this part just like open and right. That's it for makeup. I need to do my hair and then probably, honestly, I'll get some clips of my outfit. And I might have to do a voiceover. Hair, outfit, and then I will check back in at some point to kind of tie things up here. I'm an expert at overthinking things that I shouldn't. You come across as a cool guy, someone who's the opposite. I wanted to end things out with a little outfit check. I feel like I do my hair and makeup and then I don't make the time to just talk through what I'm wearing. So I'm gonna make a point to do that right now, featuring all the baby toys in the world. My go-to hair has been and probably will be for a while. I like having my hair down and curled. I think I got a clip showing the technique, but I start in the back and I use my wand and I curl away from my face. I leave about 2 inches out at the bottom and I just do all my curls away from my face. Once I'm all done, I like to just kind of shake out my hair. I literally go sometimes I'll comb it out, but it all depends on what I have time for. So that's my hair. Let's talk outfit details. For accessories, you will catch me wearing either gold hoops, small diamonds, or small pearls. Today I went with pearls probably because I have white and then my shoes are white. I guess that's just what we went with. So my top is like kind of a cropped like boyfriend fit button up from Old Navy, and I liked that it's more of that cropped kind of like boxy fit. It's a little different than a typical button up. You can wear it long sleeve. For the most part, when I wear button up shirts like this, depending on the brand, of course, they're not always long enough for my arms. So sometimes I'll wear it down, but more often than not, I'll fold it up a little bit just because I know it's going to shorten anyways. So I plan ahead. I usually cuff the sleeves. My jeans are a favorite from Risen. The brand is Risen. I got mine from a family member's boutique. So I got them in person shopping. I can link them if they sell them online. I'm not sure about the style, but the brand, the Risen denim in general, is amazing. It has that great like stretchy fabric, and I have 2 pairs of these. The other style is has a little more like distressing. So I like to wear that on like super casual days. I really liked these though because there is no distressing, and I feel comfortable wearing these to work. And they are like a flare bottom, which I also love. I've been really into lately. Let's talk shoes. These are my Cowgirl boots. I'll link them if I can. Boot Barn is where it's at. I just thought this was a great look, a little more casual, quite versatile. I got to throw on my little Western country girl flair there. If you know, you know. Purse, y'all. This has been my go-to purse. It's a tote, and it serves many purposes. I have my stuff in here, but I have also my baby stuff in here. I have extra, like my church journal, things like that. It's fully loaded right now, so this has been my go-to. Depending on the season, I will change this out. So now that we're getting back to school, I might be able to switch to like a smaller purse, just because baby's not with me all day. She's at daycare, so I'm not needing to have the like extra little container for like her diapers and stuff like that. I really love this pattern. It's a tote from Target, and I'm probably gonna keep using this. I just really need to clean it out. That's going to do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you could, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really does support me. And if you did enjoy watching, give this video a like and leave me a comment because I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and take care, guys. I'll see you in my next one.